Who is ready for a new video with a bunch of new makeup? I'm ready for it because I have not worn makeup all week. I've been so damn busy, so my apologies for not uploading anything or going live or anything like that. But happy Sunday, fun day, my britches. Today's video, we're going to go through a bunch of new makeup, a lot of the stuff you have seen already, but we're basically just going to do full face, get ready with me style. I'll let you know my thoughts and opinions on products that I've used before, but the main focus for today is the Couture Caliente collection. I got the eyeshadow palette. I picked up the lipstick and also a gloss. I'm so excited because if you've been following my channel, you guys know how much I love and adore the Supreme Nudes. So as soon as I saw that this was launching, I had to have it. I had to have it. So I was supposed to get this, I think, quicker, but they had a little issue with my shipping address. So this was a little bit delayed. I see all you britches in the live chat. What's good, my britches? Happy Sunday. So this was a little bit delayed. I got this on Saturday. I don't even know what today is. What's today? Sunday? I'm moving my phone. I'm like literally going to sit on my phone so it doesn't vibrate in the background. So I got this on Saturday. Again, I just haven't worn makeup, so I'm really excited to try this out today. I'm going to be like Angie and be a super colorful queen today. So I just wanted to really focus in on this palette. I might end up pulling from Supreme Nudes. I'm telling you, if you've been following my channel, you know how much I love this palette. I freaking love it. It's one of my favorite neutral palettes in my collection. So again, I had to have this one. But I also have the Tom Ford, the Soft Matte Traceless Foundation. I almost forgot the name of it. We're going to use the Liquid Silk Canvas that is now available in a mini size, which I'm really excited about. We have an Ilia Liquid Light Serum Highlighter, Salt New York. You guys have seen me use these before. Patrick Ta Blush. I picked up a new duo because I actually stopped in store. I was looking at like upgrading my computer, and I was like, well, I'm at the mall, so let's stop at Sephora. And they had like 3 of these left in Shiso LA. So I'm like, I feel like I need it. And it's sold out online. So I decided to pick it up because I'm so impressed with the formula of those. We have the Charlotte Tilbury medium bronzer. I used to have tan. I'm going to use the shade medium today. We have some Artist Couture. What are these? The Diamond Glow powders. They sent me a mini size, which I'm going to actually put this in my giveaway drawer because I already have 2 full sizes of these. They sent me the shade Gold Digger as like a free gift with purchase, I guess you could say. So I'm going to use these ones today. I don't know which one I'm going to use yet. That's why I pulled them both out. I also have the Hourglass, the Lighting Infinity Powder. We're going to use this again today. I'm really, really loving that. Urban Decay Lash Freak Mascara. Again, Artist Couture lip products, and also the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. And then since Chantecaille is having a 30% off sale right now, I decided to pull out like my only Chantecaille purchase. I just wanted to show you guys what this looked like. If you were wondering if you're similar skin tone to me, I'm just going to swatch it for you guys really quick. I'm not going to use this on my face, but Chantecaille never goes on sale. I think I would not spend the retail price on this, but I would probably consider buying it at the sale price. So this is what the palette looks like. It's going to be the Radiance Chic Cheek and Highlighter Duo in the shade Coral. Oh my God. I was sent this by one of my subscribers, and she told me that it was going to do that, and I forgot to glue it in, but it's still intact. Don't worry. Hold on. Oh my God. Okay, it's still intact. We're still good. That's like devastating, especially for the high ticket price point. But I could just glue it back in. That's not a big deal to me. But if I had purchased that and that happened, oh, there'd be hell to pay. So I just want to swatch these for you guys really quick. Make sure you guys do check your packaging. I mean, this goes with everything, but make sure you guys do check your packaging, especially when you're paying such high ticket prices. So this is going to be the shade Coral. Like I said, this is going to be the highlighter. These highlighters remind me a lot, or at least this highlighter, it reminds me a lot of the Tom Ford, the like Radiance Cheek Duos. No, that's what these are called. I'm not sure. Hold on, I have it. The Reflex Gilt is the one that I have. Let me try to find it really quick, just so you guys can see what I'm talking about. It reminds me formula-wise of the Sheer Highlighting Duo from Tom Ford. What happened? the pan isn't glued down. I need to glue it. But I was told by Judy that that was going to happen. I just didn't listen. But like I said, it reminds me a lot of these, probably because of the pans. But I think that these are a bit more glittery than the Chantecaille. So I think if you're looking for something a little bit more subtle, the only thing is with the Chantecaille, oh my God, that's the wrong finger. The only thing with the Chantecaille, I think you need to use a dense brush. So they're not remotely similar, like shade-wise, but texture-wise, like formula-wise, I feel like they're very similar. They're very dense, so you are going to need to use a more dense brush. So again, make sure you're checking your packaging. But I think that the packaging on these is absolutely beautiful. Again, for the high ticket price point, just check your products. But 30% off. I know Alicia has a code. I know Teresa's Dead has a code. I believe Michelle Wong has a code as well. A lot of influencers have the Chantecaille codes. And I love the fact that they focus on charities when it comes to like all their products. I think their packaging is always stunning. So I just wanted to show you guys that if you were wondering what the shade Coral looks like, it's going to be these top two right here. Like you can see right there, just the like slight sheen that it has. Very wearable. If you don't like a beaming highlight, I think that you would like this. I really like the blush shade in it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. But like I said, I probably would not spend full price on it, but I would consider spending with a 30% off, if that makes sense. So I managed to get the powder. I'm so excited to get it. I was debating getting the Hummingbird powder. That's the one I hear Teresa talk about that. Katie Sweat's talking about it. I think Michelle's talked about it. Like, I feel like that's the most talked about product with all of them. By the way, yes, I have only one brow done. I wanted to show you guys, I have the Hourglass. This is the Brow Micro Sculpting Pencil. Everything that I'm talking about today, besides the Chantecaille, is linked down below. But this is what I used on this brow. So I wanted to do one brow. That way it didn't take an eternity. And then I'll do my other brow on camera so you guys could see. But what's everybody been up to for the past week? I don't think I've been on here since Monday. So almost a week. Which I was like, I feel like I don't need to apologize for being busy. I feel like you guys know. But I know that I had said last week, like, I just need to stop saying that I'm going to do things. Because I seem to always disappoint myself with just getting super busy. And I've just been so focused on trying to get these wedding films all edited. And it takes so much time. It's very time consuming. So that to me is just priority right now. So if you don't see me for like days at a time, that's why. It's because I'm busy. I'm a busy bitch. Jamie, of course you've been shopping. She says, I've been shopping. I actually have been too. So just so you guys know, just kind of videos that I'm planning for the future. So I picked up some Scott Barnes, which, did you guys see that he has more products coming? He's got bronzers coming. I think he's got one more product coming, but I know the bronzers, I was like, oh bitch, I feel like I need to get them. But I ended up picking up a couple things from his 30% off sale. And then I also picked up quite a bit of stuff from Nabla, which is a brand that I've never tried before. I got, I'm pretty sure, a full face of stuff, or not a full face, but a really good amount of stuff. I think I got 10 items because they also had 30% off. And I got like a palette, the finishing powder, basically anything that Angie said that I needed, that's what I bought. So Nabla will definitely be coming. I believe that their 30% off sale is still happening, but I could be wrong. But I was like, you know what, 30%. And then I had to order from the Nabla website anyways, because I was really interested in the Miami Lights collection, which is their newest collection. And the bronzer that I needed, it wasn't available at Ulta. So I just ended up buying everything on the Nabla website. So I'm really excited to try their brand. Their palettes look so pretty. So I'm really excited about that. Like, look at how fast, like this brow product, this is the shade Natural Black. This is not the correct shade for me, but since my hair is like freshly dyed, it works. I typically like to use something that is more almost like a soft brown / taupe situation. So I just wanted to get this one brow done really quick because I know I don't do brows often on camera. And if you guys are wondering how I do them, it's pretty cut and dry. I just fill in my brows. I don't do anything necessarily special when it comes to the brows, but I know that some people like to see like the whole situation, like the whole get ready with me. And then I'll just fluff these up. Like I'm so into like, not like the viral feather brow trend that was happening, but I love like, give me like Mel Thompson brows. That's what I try to do. I don't know if I'm successful or not, but I just saw who has the Nabla code. I'm itching for a fix. I believe it's the code summer. I believe that's what it is. I have two Nabla palettes, the Dreamy palette and the matte collection, but I never reached for them. I picked up the platinum palette. That was the one I feel like complemented, like, because I ended up getting the quad of the pressed glitters because I thought the shades were so unique. So I ended up picking up that. We'll see how I feel about it because I did see like chunks of glitter in there. I'm going to use the Milk Makeup. This is the Kush Fiber Brow Gel. This is not new. This is just like my favorite brow gel currently. What's your guys' favorite brow gel? I'm considering buying the M Cosmetics one. I think the Glossier one is another one that I'm really interested in. But just to give me a little bit of tint, I also want to try that Patrick Ta brow. It's almost like a brow soap. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. We got a kitten yesterday. Jocelyn brought one home. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. But he's so cute. So we got a kitten yesterday. Yes, Judy. That's the one I was like, it's speaking to me. I feel like I need it. So that's the one. I felt like it would complement a lot. And I felt like it would go really nicely with those. And I was like, okay, let's start with that one. And then there's one. It's almost like a taupey metallic shade. It looks so pretty. So that's the one I decided to get. The code didn't work yesterday, Britt. 30% was one-day sale. Ah, oh, god dang it. I know they're available at Ulta too, so feel free to check there. Have two Nabla palettes, and I enjoy the mattes the most. I'm really excited to try them. I love the Platinum palette and the lipstick in the collection. It's my favorite lipstick right now. Yes! Let's see. I still love my Benefit Brow Gel. Are you talking about the clear one? I have it, I think. Hold on. Let me pull it out. Are you talking about the 24-hour brow setter, or are you talking about Give Me Brow? I did like Give Me Brow. This, I do not like at all. Which is hilarious because you know how I just said Mel Thompson brows? That's like her favorite and I do not like it. Okay, brows, close enough. Okay, close enough. Let's move on to the good stuff. The Caliente palette. So if you haven't seen what it looks like, I don't necessarily love how this was marketed. This is just my honest opinion. It felt like it was like, okay, you saw what it looked like and that it was available, which I'm not pissed about that. I was so confused, though, with the Artist Couture website because this is not available on Sephora yet. When it's available at Sephora, if this is good, I'll definitely let you guys know. But I've got questions, Artist Couture, because how in the hell did we come up with the bundle pricing for the PR package? Because I truly was sitting there staring at it. I'm like, how is this pricing making sense right now? Because it was like, the palette alone is $30, which I feel like for the size of this, I'm not pissed about the price. I would have been happier if it was like 25 to 30 or 20 to 25 because Supreme Nudes, just so you have a comparison, let me put this in the front so you guys could see. Just so you have a comparison size-wise, it's definitely smaller, but you have a whole like row less of shades. So let me open these up just so you guys could see. So you do get more. So you do get more shades in this palette here. But this palette's $40. I feel like that's such a good price point for this amount of shades. So you get 12 shades in here. Whereas with the Caliente, it's $30, which you get 2 rows, 8 shades, right? Yes. I'm like, wait, is my math right? So $30, $40. I probably would have been happier if this was like $20 to $25. I think $25 would have been a good price point, but it's $5. I'm not going to bitch and complain about it, okay? So this is going to be an eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette. So what that means is because they are cruelty-free, I believe they're cruelty-free and vegan. Yes, they got the little PETA stamp on the bottom of their palette. So this is going to be bulk made in USA, assembled in Dominican. It's got 12 months shelf life, cruelty-free and vegan, like I said. But they have to label it as a pressed pigment because they can't use like crushed beetles in their pigments to classify it as an eyeshadow palette. So that's why, to be vegan and cruelty-free, they have to label these types of shades as pressed pigments, if that makes sense. It's always a start. Let's see. It's always a start cost with palettes. So half the amount will never cost you. Angie's on like another level than I am. Let's see. Do you have the Raw Beauty Christy times pure? No, I never ever got that. I never got the Raw Beauty Christy palette because I was not waiting 18 hours for it. It is on the Ulta website, but it's not available right now. The palette is available at Sephora at $7.28 on Tuesday. So depending on how we feel about this, we shall see. Oh, my butt just vibrated because my phone's under there. Hi, Lords. Good afternoon. I keep wanting to say good morning. Oh, my gosh. Okay, so let's get into this palette. I'm going to try to use this entire palette. I'm a little disappointed because I'm only disappointed because of, again, how impressed I am with this palette. I was hoping to see more of this type of formula. And I could just tell by looking at them, they're not going to be this super metallic, shiny, reflective formula. I feel like they're going to be more of, say, which these shades are still beautiful, like the gold, the green. These are going to be still metallic, but they're like a shimmery metallic, whereas the shade Opulence is beaming. It's so intense. Like, I hope that he comes out with like an entire palette of these because they're phenomenal. Like this shade right here, stunning. Love it. So I'll give you guys swatches. I don't think swatches tell you anything, but who doesn't want to look at pretty shit, right? So let me take out my Kirkland Signature Daily Facial Towelettes. I'm just going to wipe off the Chantecaille swatches that I had on here. Molly says, you're glowing already today, Britt. Thank you. What is on my face? Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. The glow is brought to you by Tatcha. That shade is stupid pretty. Toya, you know what it is. For realsies. The Supreme Nudes is Artist Couture's best palette so far. That's why I bought this, is because I was so impressed with it. Aurora is here. No, you haven't missed much yet. We're just getting into the palette now. Because as usual, I talk too damn much. And we did half of the brows. I did one brow on camera. So I'm going to try to use all these shades. If you guys have a request for any specific build, you let me know. But I'm just going to kind of look at this palette and just let my mind do its own damn thing. Okay, so I do have my eyes prepped with the Gerard Cosmetics, the Clean Canvas Eye Base. This is my current favorite eye primer. I just make sure I pat it out first. And let's go in. So I'm going to use my Rephr. This is my Rephr 01 brush. I'm so jealous because Angie just got like a shit ton of brushes sent to her from Rephr. So I'm going to first, this is just like how my mind works. I look at a palette. I'm like, okay, let me use this. Let me use this. Let me use this. I'm just going to use just a bunch of shades. I have no thought process going into this. This is just what we're doing. So I do have to work my brush in there quite a bit to get it really coated on the brush. And then I'm just going to put this right in the crease. So I like to stab first just because I don't have it set. And then once the powder is down, that's when I'll go in and start sweeping because listen, I don't want to have skipping on my eyeballs. And then once the powder is down, we don't have to worry about it. So I'm just going to focus this right here. This isn't as vibrant as I was expecting. I did wipe off my brushes before I use them too. It's pulling a lot more like mustardy toned on my eyeball. So that's a pigment palette. It says eyeshadow palette and pigment. Yeah, eyeshadow and pressed pigment palette. But it's got all the ingredients. Like, I'm not an ingredients bitch. It's got all the ingredients on the back of the palette, which I really like. Like, I hate when brands only put the information on the box because a lot of people don't keep the boxes. I'm not that bitch. I usually keep everything in the boxes, but I like the fact that all the information is like, it's the exact same on the back of the palette as it is on the box. So I do really like that. So let me go back in. I do have to continuously go in here just to get full pigmentation, but I'm definitely seeing more of like a mustardy tone versus a bright yellow compared to how it looks. And then I'll give you guys a swatch because I want my hand to dry down. Let me hold it back so I'm in focus. So this is going to be the shade Couture. I'm not trying to offend anybody with how I pronounce stuff either. I'm not Spanish. So I don't pronounce things appropriately. So very, very subtle yellow tone right there. Okay, that's good for that part right there. Let me go in with, I'm probably going to use this a lot, the E27 from Sigma. Let me just make sure, wiping that off on my pants as per usual. I thought the yellow would be brighter as well. Like, it's definitely buildable, but I have a feeling I'm going to end up covering it up anyways with these other shades. So I'm not necessarily, like, I feel like it's definitely buildable, like I said. But that's like the sole purpose for me, I think, for the yellow is put it in the crease, give it a little bit of depth. But I think the main focus is going to be the rest of the palette, if that makes sense. So let me go in. The shade Fuego is speaking to me. So I'm going to put this on my Sigma E27. These are a lot more tough to pick up with a brush. So I'm like really like with the Artist Couture Supreme Nudes, it's like you could just dip your brush a couple times and that's it. Whereas this one, I feel like you really have to work your brush in the product. But let's see how this one looks. Now I dabble into color, but I'm not like a color specialist. I mean, I'm just a makeup enthusiast. I'm not a specialist with anything. I just use stuff and I'm like, okay, do I like how this works? Okay, I do. Cool. That shade is really, really pretty. It's got almost like it's almost like a neon, like orangey coral. It's really, really pretty. And then again, I'm just kind of stabbing where I want all the pigment, and then I'll go in and blend. And then I'm going to do 2 different looks on the eyeballs today, just so we have more of a variety. I think this palette will give like a really pretty, like sunset eye. I think that's what's going to be the main purpose. Like this is going to be solely like a summer palette for me, and I'm okay with it. But I think that's why I would have been more comfortable, or I would have been not more comfortable. I would have been happier seeing a little bit lesser of a price tag. But again, I'm not like crazy pissed about it. But this shade's really pretty. I really like that shade. Looks like it's a different formula. It's definitely different. It's a lot more tough. Ooh, like this one, which makes sense because they're going to be pigments. They're not going to feel the same. So this is going to be the shade Fuego. This one definitely has that like typical, almost like scratchy feeling to it. But it doesn't feel like that on the eyes. Like that worked beautifully. I feel like that's just how these types of shades are formulated when they're going to be like vegan and cruelty free. So that's going to be the shade Fuego. Let's see. The shade, yeah, that, I mean, the yellow is still nice. It's just very subtle. It's just different. That's all. So let's go in with Vibras, I think. Fuego looks delish, though. I'm going to use that same brush. Yeah, Fuego is definitely really nice. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I guess when I use these, I'm like, this just has like your typical pressed pigment feel to them. Like, I always feel like pressed pigments are a lot more, oh, bitch. That's pretty. I feel like pressed pigments are always a lot more tough. So like when I use this, I'm not surprised. Like I wasn't expecting this to have the same formula as Supreme Nudes. Would I have loved that? Absolutely, because Supreme Nudes is one of my favorite palettes in my entire collection. That's on period. One of the best palettes. Like, did that palette launch in 2020? I'm pretty sure that it did. If it did, best palette of 2020. I'm pretty sure that it did. This shade is pigmented. Holy shit. That is full pigment. It's way more vibrant in person than it is showing up on camera, I think. I'm going to bring this on the inner corner. Again, no thought process behind this right now. I'm just kind of doing my damn thing. I do feel like this is just for me personally. My favorite way to work with pigments is how I'm doing it. Like I'm not doing a lot of sweeping. It's a lot of just patting. That's how I work with a lot of my shadows because in most cases it works out better for me. So now, I think that's pretty good. I'm going to take the shade I'm trying to think of how I want to do my other eye. Actually, no. I'm going to take the shade Mamacita. Ooh, Mamacita. It's going to be this one right here. Oh, wait. I didn't swatch B-Brass. Yeah, these definitely have just that, like, typical pigment feeling to them. That's more of what I... Yeah, the only, like... It's not even a dud. The only not like mind-blowing shade so far is that yellow. It's just for how vibrant it looks in the pan, it doesn't show up that way on the eyeball. So let's go in with Mamacita, still using that same brush. This is why I love this brush. It's like the perfect density, so it's not like too dense, but it still serves as a really nice, like you could use it as like a packer and a blender, depending on how you finesse it. I love this brush. And it's perfect for crease work. Let me bring this out too. I'll clean that up with a makeup wipe later. Bam. But you see how like the yellow is still there. Like you could still see the yellow, but it's just like a subtle focus. How about a shimmer? Girl, we getting there. We getting there. That's what's going to go on the like lid space. So I'm leaning towards, what shades do I want to use? Because I haven't used these two. This is going to be like the main focus of the other eye, I think. So I think I'm going to use both of these two right here. So Rumba and Rio, I'm assuming is how you say it. Let me swatch Mamacita. Same type of texture. It's a very, it almost feels like chalky. Like they're not going to feel buttery smooth when you use these, but look at the pigment. The pigmentation is very real. Yes, Lyndon, finally called alive. Yes. Okay, let me go in with, I'm just going to use I was going to use my finger. Let me try my W21 from Esom. I'm going to first go in with Rumba. This is going to be, it looks like a metallic orange. I'm going to put this on. Can you guys see? Am I blocking it? All right, this is definitely going to need a finger because that is pretty lackluster. This is going to be what I got, that one shade underneath it, but I'll show you guys a swatch after. Definitely use your finger. Use the finger. Even the formula of the metallics feel different. Like they're not like silky smooth like Supreme Nudes. Like if you're going into this palette expecting it to be Supreme Nudes, it's, if anything, polar opposite of Supreme Nudes. But you're also dealing with a totally different color story as well. Those colors go really, yes, they do go well together. And now I'm going to take, actually, let me swatch this one for you. So this is going to be Rumba. I hope you guys can see that right there. The beauty of having tattoos. My swatches are always a train wreck, as everything else is on my channel is always a train wreck. All right, let me wipe off my fingers. I do foresee these staining the lids. That's another downfall for some people with vegan and cruelty-free type formulas. They usually do stain, especially shades like this. So I'm going to take the shade Brio and put this on the inner corner. I mean, these shades are really pretty. It's just the texture is totally different. It's a lot more dry feeling. I mean, I would love for these shades to be like Supreme Nudes, but they're definitely not. But as far as the shimmers go, I would classify them as shimmers. They're not really metallic, which is so disappointing because I would love to see more of the opulent shades. Let me give you guys a visual. If you've been following my channel, which most of you guys are, I'll give you a visual. Like I've even got a dent in this pit. Like look at that. Look. Mac Daddy, if you're watching, this is what we want. This is what we want from you. Give us more of this formula because it's stunning. Look at how reflective that is compared to the shade Brio. I'll put them side by side just so you can see them. It's very lackluster, that shade, which it's got a really pretty tone to it just on the eyes. It's not giving it to me. like how this shade does. So that's one thing I would have loved to have seen in this palette is more shades. Like I would love to see a palette this size filled with those metallics because they're fucking fire. Blinding us with that metallic, right? They're so, so good. Let me swatch the shade Brio underneath. You probably won't see it over my tattoo. This one I feel like is better for a topper. I don't really like the formula of these metallics though. They're very dry feeling. Man. Okay, let me go in. Let's do the other eye. That's, I think, where I'm going to leave that one. I think the pigments are really nice in this palette. Are they like blowing me away though? Not really. I mean, like I said, I think I would like this more if it was 20 to 25 bucks. Me and my humble opinion. So now, for realsies, we love a train wreck. Okay, let me go in. I'm going to take my Chikuhodo Z11. I'm going to use that same Cultura and then put this on the crease on this side because I'm going to focus on, this is going to be basically like a neutral palette, just so you guys could see. Like, you don't have to just do like a super vibrant eye like this. Is this like my favorite formula though for even cruelty-free pressed pigments? Not really. But I can't say that it's not what I was expecting because I feel like whenever I see that pressed pigment, I'm always assuming that they're going to be super like dry, but heavily pigmented. That's what I was going into it expecting. So now I'm going to take I'm actually going to lay down the shade Mcgrath. I'm going to put this one down first. Makeup with Michelle. I'm glad I skipped this one. Yeah, I'm like, okay, like this one, the texture of this one is so much better. Hold on, let me try to find, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. That texture is so nice. That's a really nice shade right there. This one does not, I bet you this is one that's considered an eyeshadow. I think the two neutrals in here, that feels real fucking nice. That might have just saved it for this palette right there. Because it actually feels buttery, smooth, all the things that you want in an eyeshadow. This shade has it. And it's almost like it's like a subtle version of that opulent shade in Supreme Nudes. It's not poppy. That's why I'm saying like it's subtle because it still has a shimmer texture to it. But it has more, it's like almost like an orangey brown. It's really pretty. Almost like an orangey gold. Orange, brown, gold. If that makes any sense. Okay, so the shades are definitely different. That, I'm so much happier with that. Wow. That, I feel so much better about this palette with now. Let me take, what brush do I want? Oh, my Sonia G. Sonia G, my mini booster. I'm going to take the shade Sensual. The palette seems so much smaller than I anticipated. I think I wasn't expecting it to be huge. So that's where it's about the size that I thought it was. Like when I saw it in the box when I first got it, I was like, ooh, she tiny. But then when I took the palette out and compared it to Supreme Nudes, I'm like, okay, it's really not that small. This is the shade. Okay. That shade's not, look. That shade's really, really pretty. This almost reminds me of Makeup Geek Cheetah Bear. Because it's got almost like that terracotta look to it. Terracotta, almost like a warm brown. So this palette, you have the option to go neutral. Oh, I'm so much more impressed with this with this formula. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Those saved this palette. Okay, let me give you a swatch of Sensual. Yeah, like these feel, hang on, let me do it on a different finger so it's not overlapping. If you don't like staining on your eyes, I already would say I don't recommend. This shade here, it's on my ring finger. Sensual, very reminiscent to Supreme Nudes. So I would say Sensual and Mcgrath are probably the shades that aren't considered or that are considered eyeshadows versus pressed pigments, just because the textures alone are so different. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, man. Man, now I'm like up in the air. At first I was like, I don't know if I'd recommend this, but those shades are fucking nice. And they pair really nicely with Supreme Nudes. I mean, I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad about it. I'll say it again for the 8,000th time. Do I wish that the price was different? Yes. But I'm really happy with also the packaging of this palette as well, because Artist Couture has done like mini palettes like this. What is it, like the Midnight Maven, I believe is the name of the other palette, and it was different packaging. I really like how he kept that super sleek. This packaging is so beautiful. This alone sells this palette because it's got like a orange to red ombre, beautiful packaging. Same type of packaging as Supreme Nudes as far as like the sleekness, the size. The only size difference is width, just so you have a visual of how each looks in size comparison. Less shades, more shades. We went through this already. And then it does have the magnetic closures on here. If you're familiar with the Supreme Nudes, it's the same thing, just smaller and a different color. But I'm actually a big fan of the ombre. I think it looks beautiful. This isn't a standalone palette, better paired with other palettes. Definitely. I definitely agree with that. I'm not sure, Toya, if it is limited edition or not. I'm loving how this eye looks right now. I love the shades on this side. If you missed it, it's the shades Margarita, Sensual, and then I put a little bit of Cultura. I feel like that's how you probably say it. Yeah, it's just different. It's just different than Artist Couture Supreme Nudes. I probably don't need to say the name of the brand. But, all right, I'm going to put this aside for now. We're going to bring that back later to do like the under eye. I like to do my face and then my under eye. I just have a weird makeup technique, okay? So moving on from Caliente for now. We'll come back to you, Caliente. Now let's go in with my, this isn't new, my Pat McGrath Sublime Perfection Under Eye Concealer. I had a feeling I was going to go a little bit more nuts with the eyeshadows today. So that's why I pulled this one out, because this is going to be more of a, oh my God, I forgot to put primer on. It's okay. I have linked down below the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream because it's now available in a mini. That was the primer I was going to use, was this one. But it's too late. It's too late. Sherry says the left eye is beautiful. The right one is nice too, but I prefer the left eye. Yeah, this eye is definitely more wearable, but I think it's a good mix. But like we were saying earlier, I definitely think it's a better like complementary palette versus a standalone. But for palettes on that, like for that size, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. Let's see. I know. Okay, raise your hand if you prefer the brown, this eye. Because I feel like everybody does. I even feel like it looks more flattering on my eye. Versus the metallics on the pigments, the pigment side. Like I'm screwing myself up looking in the viewfinder. I feel like it doesn't look as flattering as like this metallic. These ones are definitely drier. So it's one of those things. It's like, okay, I feel like if you like pressed pigments or you like really vibrant mattes, they are really nice. If you want some additional neutral shades that I feel are pretty unique, like I feel like the crease shade and the lid shade are pretty unique to my collection. I'd be curious to pair, what was the name of it? The metallic. Margarita? I'm probably saying it so wrong. I'd be curious to pair that next to some of the shades in my Natasha Denona Metropolis palette. But I even feel like it has like a slight oranginess to it that makes it pretty unique. So I'm just covering up all my imperfections. I'm a neutral britch. I love the brown eye. See, I'm like, I love color, but I still prefer this eye. I could totally see me doing this eye like on a regular. neutral bridge. Okay, that's good for concealer for right now, at least. I don't like the pawpaw sponge. I'm just going to say it. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I prefer... it's hard because I like using a sponge, but like it shears it out almost like too much, especially for a Pat McGrath concealer. Like this is one of the most full pigment concealers that I have. I just like a brush. I like my Sigma. This is my F86. This is one of my favorite brushes from Sigma because you can get right up in there and it blends it out so fast. But I feel like the pawpaw sponge like soaks up so much product. I prefer the right eye because I'm mainly not the biggest neutral lover. I always like give myself props when I do colorful eyes live because it's usually such a process for me. Like I'm not the best at just winging it with colors, but I feel like that didn't come out too bad. I think there's some really beautiful shades in the palette. Yes, I do. Now I do. I never used to. I need to do a video like comparing my old complexion routine to my new complexion routine because it's so different, but I feel like it looks so much more flattering, but it's because of the process behind it. So next I'm going to go in with the Salt New York. I'm going to use the contour shade. This one here. I'm obsessed with these fucking things. I've been wearing the shit out of these. Like I could see myself hitting pan so fast on these because I use them all the damn time. And it's just so convenient having them all right here and it's customizable. And then I just really like the shade of this one. Like when you look at it like this, it looks like it's too cool toned, but it's not. Like usually I can't use cool tones on my face because it looks like I threw mud on my face. This is the perfect contour shade that is, it's almost like a cool, but you can make it work as like a neutral. It's going to look like shit at first. But trust the process. Trust the process, everybody. What's everybody up to today? I feel like everybody's either living their best lives out on a boat somewhere because it's blazing hot out, or we're just sitting in our houses in air conditioning. Robert Welch has a great video recently explaining how foundation shouldn't be used under eye. Only concealer should be. So I guess if you do that, I'm totally reading this wrong. It doesn't matter the order so much. I think Robert gives such wonderful advice. Do I think like he's the end all be all, like you have to do everything the way that he says? No, I don't think you do. But I think he gives a very unique perspective, being that he is a professional makeup artist. But I feel like that's one thing that some people could have it in their minds, like, oh, Robert says to do it this way, like you have to. And I don't think that that's the point. Like, I love the fact that he prefaces his videos like, makeup has no rules, but it does have theory. Because I feel like I'm one of those people, I'm like, rules are meant to be broken. And I've definitely picked up a lot of tips and tricks from him, but I still think that there's some things that I just prefer to do, or I just feel like look better on me. But I also feel like a lot of what he says is stuff that I do as well. So don't be afraid to like try new things. Like I never used to do my makeup like this. If you've been around for a while, you know, like I used to do my makeup like a traditional like beauty influencer. I'd put on like 2 pumps of foundation. I put on like the big triangles with the under eyes. Like I would just wear too much. Now I like, it looks like I wear a lot because of all the steps that I do, but I'm realistically not using a lot of foundation, or a lot of, not just foundation, a lot of product itself. Anyways, I need to take down this. I saw PRXO is live as well. And I'm like, I need to stop looking at that because it's distracting me. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my foundation. So I'm going to use the Tom Ford, the Traceless Soft Matte Foundation. I felt like I was in the minority with this one because a lot of people aren't really loving this one. I'm not noticing what some people are. I have the shade 5.6 Ivory Beige, but I also haven't worn this like all day yet. I'm going to try to wear it for longer today. Like every time I try to wear it, I'm just like, it's too fucking hot out. I'm just taking my makeup off, which will probably happen again today because it's insanely hot out today. But it's okay. Yeah, I'm like, I shouldn't have put it on this hand. I tried not to wipe off the swatches just so I could talk about them again later. So forgive me for the way that I'm doing things right now. When I initially did my first video on this, I think it was Audra. She had mentioned that it looked almost like gray toned. In person, I think that this shade in particularly has a more olivey undertone to it. I don't think it looks gray. I think it looks olive. At least that's how it looks in real life. I don't know how it's going to translate on camera, but I feel like everybody was commenting on how flawless my skin looked. Like, I think this makes my skin look beautiful. It reminds me a lot of the Pat McGrath. And one thing that I forgot to mention is this does have a scent to it. It has a very like, there's like a spa scent that smells so similar to this. And I'm trying to put my finger on it. It almost has like a lavender. I think it has lavender oil in it. It has a lavender scent to it. And I just put one pump on my hand. That's all that I'm working with right now is one pump. And for being like a sheer, it's not sheer coverage. For being like a sheer formula as far as like, it's very thin. I'm surprised at how little I have to use for this one. I definitely think it has like a medium coverage to it. I think it has a very natural coverage to it. And for being like soft matte, I definitely think that fits well with the actual coverage of it. If anything, I think it has like a set and matte finish to it. I think it looks really beautiful on the skin. Jennifer asked if I'm shopping the Chantecaille sale. I don't know. I feel like I'm not going to just because I haven't shopped it yet. And like I'm interested in some of the stuff, but then again, I'm trying to be YouTube smart here because I feel like their stuff's not really new, so people don't really care about it anymore. Like the makeup lover in me wants to purchase, but then the YouTuber in me is like, but there's other new stuff coming out that I would rather buy, if that makes sense. That's like the conundrum I'm having right now. I need to try to do my face like you do with concealer and everything before foundation. Girl, try it. It's so nice. Like Samantha Ravindot was who really inspired me to really change up my complexion routine. And I'm using the BK Beauty, the 101. Now, that was one pump of foundation. And I think it looks relatively good. I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm going to put it on like my wrist though, because I can't do anything with my left hand. I'm not one of those people. So I'm just going to go over a couple more spots like my forehead. I feel like I want a little bit more coverage up here. Like, how is it looking to you guys on my skin? I feel like especially for my textured skin, it looks really nice. Do I think it's worth $88? I mean, it's a nice foundation, but I think that there's other foundations that are honestly just as good. But Tom Ford also has the shade range to offer with it. Like one foundation in particular that I'm thinking of is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, but the shade range is trash. Trash for that foundation. Let's see. It looks lightweight and pretty flawless. Yeah, it definitely is lightweight. I'm just going over my ears because my ears are hella red. I'm getting that. I noticed this. It must just be like the texture. Yeah, it's just like the lines in my face because I'm like, what the fuck is that? But I see it more now. It's just like my under eye. I have like an indent right there on both the sides of my face. So that's going to be it for the foundation. Like this is not a matte foundation. I think soft matte is a good term for it. I have a bunch left. So I didn't even use like a pump and a half. I'm still able to find Physicians Formula here. Tried it and it's nice, but not going to wear great time on me. Oh my God. I love that foundation. Love it. Still one of my favorites. Jennifer says, I just got it last week and I love the foundation also. You got the Tom Ford? I actually just picked up another one. This is one downfall. Like, see how, oh, you're not gonna be able to see it. You see how messy the packaging gets? I did just pick up another foundation. It was on sale at Ulta that has like the same packaging as this one. I thought that would be a cool video to compare them, to be like, are they the same since they have the same type of packaging? I'm not really impressed with, like, I like the idea of this packaging, but it feels so cheap. I don't know. It's one of those things, if you're a luxury bitch, you'll probably be into it. But if you're looking for the sake of, is it like an amazing foundation? I think it looks beautiful. It's just a decision you need to make. Like, do you want to spend $88 on a foundation? Breaking makeup news. One Size by Patrick Starr just launched actual makeup. Looks like a palette and an eyeliner of some kind. Liquid eyeshadow topper. Yes. We were just talking about that in my Marco Polo conversation with Heather, Angie, and Karen. And I couldn't find the picture before I came live because I was going to talk about it. Anywho, let's go on to, what do I want to do next? I'm going to set my under eye, I think. I'm going to use my Pat McGrath under eye setting powder. I think I forgot to link this, but that's okay. And I'm going to use my Wayne Goss airbrush. Such a good setting powder. Such a good brush for setting powder. Like, this was my thing with the Chantecaille sale. I'm like, I already have products that I love. Like, this powder is so good. So I'm like, do I need to buy another powder? If it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing. And then I did actually pick up a pressed powder from Nabla as well. Yes, Aurora, I did. I got the cheek palette. And I got the gloss trio. Because let's talk about it, Scott Barnes. What the hell kind of a launch video was that? Like, I had such a hard time deciding what shades to get because the launch video was terrible. Terrible. If you're going to swatch lip products, you got to give us something better than what they gave us. Because I was like, what the hell is that? I felt so bad because I'm like, it made me want to buy the entire range to do a lip swatch video myself and be like, this is how you do a lip swatch video, or this is how you do a lip product launch video. Because some of the products, they were so far away. And it was just like, how am I supposed to see that? Oh no. Okay, I gotta see. Somebody's gotta like DM me the picture because I could not find it. Oh my God, I made it live. What did I miss? Not a ton. We're about halfway through, I would say. Probably. Okay, let's go in. Charlotte Tilbury medium bronzer. Now, I was not a fan of the tan bronzer. Oh my God, I'm taking forever today. I was not a fan of the tan bronzer. I'm actually going to try my Scott Barnes brush today. I just thought the shade was too dark for me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to try medium, and I'm so much happier with the medium shade because, first of all, the tan shade was just way too dark. And I think this is a very buildable formula. But is it anything like groundbreaking? I don't know. Like, I think the packaging is beautiful. I really love, like, how fucking bougie is that? I love the packaging on this. I think the formula is nice. I don't think it's the same, though. It doesn't feel the same as, like, her setting powders. And it's supposed to be the same formula. Letitia, I keep eyeing that fucking bronzer. I'm so bronzer heavy. Like, it's like the year of the bronzers right now, right? I feel like so many bronzers are coming out. I'm like, I kind of want the Gucci one. I'm going to put it on my loves list, and maybe I'll pick it up during the next VIB sale because I'm pretty sure that there should be one coming up. Like, this is nice. It reminds me a lot of the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer in the shade Tantastic for the shade medium. Relatively similar, like, size of the pan. I like the fact that these are like removable. So if you run out, you could buy just like the refillable pan. I really like that. My favorite thing about this though is, I mean, the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I'm very happy that I decided to get the shade medium because I think it's much more flattering. However, for me, this is definitely like a contour shade. Like I feel like my face looks so dead right now. I need to use a bronzer that has more warmth to it because that's just the vibe that I like. So I'm going to take my favorite bronzer of all time. You know what? I thought the Kosas bronzer was going to beat this one out, but it don't. The Hourglass Luminous Bronze Light is still the fave. Still the fave. So I'm going to use my BK 107. This is like, oh, such a good brush. I use my my Chikuhodo Z11 a lot, but this just gives me the warmth, the luminosity. It's so good. This is such a good bronzer. Oh, odds have fun. I want to do like a split class with her. I think that'd be so fun. I love Kinky Sweat. If you guys aren't following Kinky Sweat, you should be. Another thing, let's talk about what's happened recently with Victoria Beckham Beauty acting a fucking fool. And you know what? I'm happy that it seems like our efforts with holding them accountable worked, because you guys know, if you've been following my channel, how much I love the Behind the Beauty series with Kinky Sweat, Glam Girl Chelsea, and Kelsey Brianna J. I've been missing the past few, but you guys always hear me talking about it. I'm always sharing the links to it. I think it's such a great series. And Victoria Beckham Beauty decided that it was so good to take the concept of the series, not only take the concept, but also take the name of it and then do it them damn selves. I'm like, y'all really gonna try to ride those coattails right now and not even credit them? Like, what? It was crazy, but I was happy to see, because everybody, including myself, was calling them out on Instagram. And I heard about this from actually Nappy Headed Jojoba, which if you guys aren't following her, she's phenomenal as well. I need to link her channel down below. I have Kelsey, Chelsea, and Alicia. They're all linked down below, but I have to link Nappy Headed Jojoba because she makes me feel smarter. Or she kind of makes me feel dumber because I'm like, I don't know what word it is that she's saying, so let me Google it. But she's so, I think, well educated, and she's very vocal, which I really love that. We don't always agree on everything, but I think that that's fine. But yeah, definitely shame on Victoria Beckham Beauty for that, because it's like, how are you honestly gonna take something that these 3 Black women have done and try to do it with literally the same fucking name, with the same fucking concept? It was just like, no, honey, no. But I'm pretty sure that they canceled it. At least that's how it looks, is it's now canceled because it was removed from their social media. So it's like, do we need to cancel them over it? No. But everybody calling them out solved the solution. So that's my thoughts on that. So this is going to be the Patrick Todd Blush Duo. Look at this. Oh, it looks so good. It makes me like warm and fuzzy inside. So let's go in. I'm going to do, because this is how Patrick, we're on a first name basis, okay? He recommends to do the powder first. I'm trying to start, because I used to put, as I just did it, I used to be very blush heavy on like the apples, but I forget what I was watching, or I seen it on like Instagram or something. I'm trying to start focusing it back further because, oh my God, who was it? That's going to bother me who it was. If I remember, I'll link it down below where I seen it. But supposedly this is going to be more flat. Yeah, it definitely is. It's more like lifting on the face. That's my Refer 04 brush. This is like my favorite brush right now for powder blush. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, see how I look very heavy right here? Was it Alexia? And I don't know who that is, I don't think. Let me just blend this side out a little bit more. It might have been I've been watching a lot of new people, so it might have been. It might have been. Wayne Goss would not surprise me because I feel like I've been watching. Oh my God, I'm so excited for what he's coming out with next. What do we think it is? What do we think it is that he's launching? Now I'm going to go on with the cream side with my Luxie 512. This is like such a good brush. Now let's stay back here, Brittany. Now, supposedly, which makes so much sense, Patrick recommends to do the cream second so you don't lose the effect that a cream blush gives. This shade, it's very neutral, which is what I was expecting. Very everyday wearable. I have the shade, it's like the orangey corally one, and I loved it so much. That's why I bought this one. These, I will likely own all of these because I think that they're stunning. I love the fact that he did blush duos. So you don't lose that luminosity and like almost like a wet look. You don't lose it by doing the powder first and then the cream on top. So she cute. I really like it with this situation. On this side, I'm like, I would probably do something a little bit more poppy. Oh my God, guys, Barbara Jean is here. Barbara Jean gives me so much life. Oh my God, she corrects me up. It's so, so funny. She's hilarious. She's like, let me go get a beer. Barbara Jean, I want to be like you when I grow up because you're such a mood. Off topic, have you seen the new e.l.f. blush duos and are you picking any up? I don't know yet. I don't know. I saw them. We talked about them in my last video, my new makeup release video. I don't know if I'll pick them up yet though. I don't have much luck with e.l.f. That's the only downfall. So now we're on to liquid highlight. I'm going to use the Ilia Liquid Light Serum Highlighter. I got this as a free gift with purchase. And oh my God, it's so beautiful. Ready? Oh, it's so, so good. All right. I'm going to use that same Luxie brush. It's just so healthy looking on the face. Like this is a perfect liquid highlighter if you want just like a very natural looking, almost like a lit from within type of situation. It's so pretty. See that? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh my God. You could see like the shape of my face so hard with that right now. It's like liquid metal. It looks like it in the swatch, but on the face, it's so wearable, which is, I feel like, so on brand for Ilia. Like they give me like we're clean beauty, but we're super wearable. Like I feel like especially like mature skin, I think would really love something like this. It gives me like the vibes of almost like Charlotte Tilbury, Hollywood Flawless Filter, kind of. Except I think that's better because it's like multi-purpose. This is going to be more, it's got like a little bit more beam to it because it looks like it has like tiny shimmers in there. It's just very wearable, but I think it's really beautiful. They are clean beauty britches. Exactly. Yes, it doesn't have Tin Man vibes on the face. Glowgina. Hi, Roopy. That Glowgina, oh my God, that was like the funniest thing ever. Okay, so I think complexion's looking good, but we're not done. So that was Ilia. Again, these are all linked down below. I'm going to go in now. I think I'm going to use Illuminati. These are the Diamond Glow Powders from Artist Couture. I never reach for these, and I need to more because, like, I'm not the biggest fan of powder highlighters because they're kind of messy. I mean, kind of, they are messy. But this formula, though, is so... I'm using my Wayne Goss airbrush again. These are so beautiful. Look, if you use a dense brush, they're going to be like, oh, shit. Because these can get cray-cray. Like, typically, I'm not a fan of loose because they can get, like, out of control. but then I go over it with my wet sponge. It's just beautiful. They're so nice. Hold on. Let me swatch this for you because I'm doing it no justice right now, like how pretty these are. They just have like the tiniest sparkles in these. But again, I don't reach for them that often just because I'm not the biggest fan of loose. It's doing it no justice. They're way prettier in person. Take my word for it. Kimberly, she's nailing it. Have you had a chance to like the video yet? If you haven't, what the hell are you doing? I got one in my Boxycharm. I really want Illuminati. I think that might have been where I got this one. Actually, now that I think about it, let me do it. Let me use this brush because this is where I can get really precise. Because I want to do these justice because they're so pretty. That's a little bit better. You could definitely see it better there. They're still way prettier in person though. Yep. I'm just going to leave it at that. They're way prettier in person than they are on camera. Gorgina. Gorgina. I need to try his pressed version. But I have not tried those yet. Glowing greater than the gods. Yes, bitch. We love that for me. Okay. Let's go in with the new Hourglass Ambient Lighting Infinity Powder, everybody. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What brush do I want to use? Where's my Chikuhodo? I feel like this is the perfect brush for these. Now, hang on, I gotta wipe it off. I noticed my Kosas bronzer does not work well with this brush. Karen. Somebody summarize my thoughts on it for Karen. I think this reminds me a lot of the Veil, like the ambient lighting powders. This one I feel like is nice though because you have the ability to like mix all the shades together. But then you also have the ability to like focus your brush on the lighter tones or on the darker tones. This is how I would use it though. It's so nice. So nice. It looks like nothing. But look at it. It's going to give the most perfect radiance to the skin and it smooths. Like this is a powder that you just put all over the face. See, Rupee's with me. Gorgina. Love that powder. Okay, Karen, I'll summarize it for you. I think Jamie started. It's not as good as Supreme Nudes. These shades are as good as Supreme Nudes. These are, hold on. These two shades over here are Supreme Nudes quality. The rest of them, they're like your traditional pressed pigment type of shades. But actually, we're going to go into, I'm going to actually spray my face first with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Yes, I doused my face, guys. We're not judging. I like to make sure, because it cools me down for one, because I'm hot as hell. So I'm like, just keep spraying. I do think that this makes a difference, like for making your makeup last longer. It does have like a rosy scent to it though. So if you're sensitive to smells, I don't think it's like super intense, but the scent is definitely there. It does like fade, but it's very apparent like when you're spraying it. But I think that it does make my makeup last longer. All right, let's go back to Caliente. All right, let's go in. This will be probably relatively quick. I'm going to use my Sigma E27 because we're going to go on this eye first. I'm going to first take Mamacita. I can't wait to see how bad this stains my eye, though. Because she definitely going to stain. At least I'm pretty sure she's going to stain. I'm going to take my Refer. This is my 03. I'm going to take the shade Vibras. That shade is so neon, though. I'm probably blocking all you guys, but you'll get it in a second. Hold on. Yeah, like if I could think of the words that I'm going to say, the matte shades in this palette are super pigmented, aside from the yellow. The yellow is pretty lackluster compared to like how it looks in the pan, but the orange, the pinks, these three right here, they're intense. Oh my God, you guys are all talking to each other. I like the Vacay setting spray that came in Boxycharm. I actually don't get Boxycharm anymore. I was just getting utterly unimpressed. I'm going to take the shade Brio, put it on the inner corner. Yeah, like this shade's very lackluster for me. Hope I'm not blocking everything. I mean, it's pretty, but like you can't even see that. So I'm going to take the face highlighter that I used, because this is the area that I want my inner corner to pop for show. For show. Then we'll even put that on the brow bone. And then we'll do the same thing on this side. This is one step that I like to do. Like anytime I'm using a palette that doesn't have necessarily like a poppy inner corner shade, I'll just use the shade that I used as my face highlighter. Oh my God, I'm like getting so distracted with myself right now. Okay. Oh, okay. You guys are talking to each other again. All right, so there's that. Now let's go in on the other side to the goodness, the real goodness of the palette. I'm going to take my Sonia G Mini Booster in the shade Sensual. Oh my God, this shade is so good. Think Makeup Geek Cheetah Bear. I'm actually going to pull that out and swatch them next to each other because I think that they are very similar. But I could be wrong. Oh my God, this mini booster is so good for the lower lash line. It fits perfectly because I like to blend out my lower lash line lower because it hides my eye wrinkles. I can't believe how many people were here today. Like, I was not expecting anybody to watch because I'm like, everybody's probably like out at the pool or doing something fun and exciting. Nobody's watching YouTube videos right now. And look at, we have 77 people watching right now. Thank you guys. Okay. I'm still like impressed with the quality that is on my eyeballs right now. I'm going to keep it. I'm still really enjoying it. Do I think I'll use it all the time? No. But am I glad to have it? Yes. Let me pull out. Hold on. Wrong palette. I'm going to pull out my Makeup Geek. This is the shade Cheetah Bear. I want to swatch these two next to each other. If you didn't see the swatches, that gold shade is from the Supreme Nudes. But there's the swatches. I'm going to wipe them off now because nobody's going to care anymore. Jennifer, hell no, I'm not going out in this heat. See, I love when it's hot out. I would totally be on the boat if I didn't have so much stuff to do. But after this, I'm going right back to editing. Love that. Okay, so, I mean, there's a little bit of staining. I was expecting my whole hand to be pink. So that's surprising. I gotta wait for this to kind of cool off. What do I need to do? Oh, we'll do mascara while we're waiting for that to cool off before I compare it next to the Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear. I'm going to use my Urban Decay Lash Freak. This was sent to me. I've been using the Hourglass since I got it. I used this before I got the Hourglass, but I wanted to try it again today. It's not that warm here in Germany. Oh, Judy, I didn't know you were in Germany. I just thought of... on Bridesmaids when they do that, like the airline scene when she's like, "Welcome to Germany." They closed the pool where I live for the entire summer season. I think in my area that pools are open now. Normally I'd be hitting up my parents to go swimming at their house. All right, let's try this Lash Freak mascara. Now, like, this is one thing I'm like, the product gets all over. Like, I feel like it's not supposed to get on the one side of it, but I'm just gonna apply this like I normally would. Because Urban Decay, you can't tell me what to do. Hang on, I gotta get, actually, let me pull up my Caliente palette. We get all up close and personal. Now this is gonna be a more volumizing mascara. This is not going to be a super buildable formula, in my opinion, because I feel like this is going to give you those really spiky lashes if you over apply it. But I really like the shape of this. Like it like curves perfectly around my eye. It's almost like it feels comfortable applying it. Because you could just feel it like, almost like forming around your eye. It's a super black mascara. I just have shitty lashes, okay? It's not going to look good on me. It's just not, because I have crap lashes. But I just felt like using it, okay? I'm also the worst at putting on mascara. We all have flaws, okay? Yeah, like, those look really nice right there. I'd be happy with my lashes looking just like that. But like I said, I do think that you can go overboard with this mascara for sure. And then if you're not paying attention, you'll do what I just did and just wipe a ton of product on the base of your lashes. That's the only downfall, like because this one side is meant to be like a lifting device. And because so much product gets on there, I feel like it coats my lashes. That's the only downfall with it. But like this side's looking really good. And it's a super black mascara. So still deciding on this one. I'm just a fan of tubing mascaras. I'll be biased probably for a long time because this is going to be a pain in the ass to take off. I got to wait for that to dry on the lid so I can wipe that off. Let's see. I'm waiting for the restock from Sephora on the hour. That's sold out at Sephora. Wow. I'm really enjoying it. It reminds me a lot of the Thrive. Like, they're very, very similar, but I think that they are different. If you guys didn't see my video on that, I didn't do a comparison video, but I know Hey It's Khaki, she did a video comparing both of them. And we had a lot of the same thoughts. I think there was like one thing I was like, I don't agree with that, but that's where everybody's preferences and everything are different. But I really like it. I really like the Hourglass one. Okay, I'm going to line my lips because we're doing a red lip today. Okay? Actually, I'm going to do a swatch of this by itself. This is the Artist Couture Diamond Lip Tease in the shade Peep Show, which I love the name of that. I think it's so cute. Let's see. Today was 20% on Hourglass. So I bought the tubing. Oh, because I talked about it. Princetta, I don't think that there's been any word on when the Sephora sale is happening. I think I agree with you on tubing mascaras. I love MAC Extended Play. I love tubing mascaras for all the reasons that I talked about in my last video. I just think for my eye issues and everything, they just work so much better. So I've never tried these. Bitch. I've never tried these glosses before. Oh my God. Oh. Wow. Can you guys see the reflex? Oh my God. This kind of gives me like Pat McGrath Pale Fire Nectar vibes. Oh my gosh. That's so pretty. Wow. I'm actually going to swatch that next to. I don't think these are as the glitters in here. You can, I think, slightly feel the glitters. I think I'm just going to swatch this next to Pale Fire Nectar just so you guys can see the difference. These aren't as glossy, I don't think. They're more like diamond. It looks like diamonds. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me find my Pale Fire Nectar. They're definitely different. Like the Peep Show has more like orangey tone to it. Oh my God. But just so you guys have an idea, because I feel like between me and Kate the Great Beauty, this gloss is always being talked about. I love this gloss too. I mean, they're similar. So we have Artist Couture, Pat McGrath. Pat McGrath definitely has more reflection. But wow. Gloss porn. Those are both so pretty. So pretty. This is going to be more of a true pink, I think. This has more of like it has like a hint of coral in it, but God damn. That's fucking beautiful. Okay, let me grab. Shit, did I run out of makeup wipes? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold the phone. I didn't come prepared. Yep, I did. I ran out. Hold on. I gotta go get makeup wipe. Hold on. Oh, wait. No, I don't. They're right next to me now. I moved around my whole room. So I have like 2 sets of Alex drawers on each side. It's like you think I did that on purpose for this video. All right, let me go in with makeup. Oh my God, that looks so pretty. Oh my gosh. That's so pretty. And if you missed it, that was the shade Peep Show. Is it sticky? I don't think so. It's got like a little, I think it's got a little stickiness to it, which I like. I like when glosses are more sticky feeling because it's not like, it doesn't feel like glue or anything like that. I like when they're sticky because that tells me they're probably going to be long lasting or longer lasting. So now I'm going to take the Artist Couture Silk Cream Lipstick in the shade Caliente, which I thought that this was going to be more like corally toned, but I'm a big fan of the Artist Couture lipstick formula. With this eye right there. But I currently have, where did it go? I currently have the Boy Toy Silk Cream Lipstick. Like this is used. One of my most used lipsticks in my collection. So nice. Such a nice formula. That shade is everything. And now, because I like that formula so much, I wanted to get this shade here. So I was expecting, okay, this is definitely swatching better than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be more corally though, versus this looks to me like almost like a blue tone red. This light might be tripping me out a little bit. I'll see if it, I don't know, like when I look on it there, it looks different than I was expecting, but I feel like it looks so similar. I feel like it's Mamacita in a lipstick. I'll swatch Mamacita next to it. Hold on. There's Mamacita. Beautiful. What's the difference between Hourglass and Thrive? I would say watch that other video because I could say a lot. And then if you want to know even more, I would watch Hey, It's Khakis video. I want to try the Power Play Artist Couture color. I only got the one shade, but I might be getting more because that was really pretty. I was going to line my lips, but I'm like, fuck it. Let's just go in. Hello, Pigment. How are you doing today? Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, it's definitely more red than I was expecting, but makes my teeth look white. So I'm not mad about that. What do you guys think? I like it with both eyes. Bombshell status. If only my hair was did. Let me go in. I'm going to put this gloss on top. I'm going to put it on my hand first, though, because I don't want to get the applicator all red. These are like they're not the formula. The wand is so flexible. Yeah, definitely really pigmented. Really comfortable formula on the lips, too. These Artist Couture Silk Creams, I really, really like the formula of those. Do I still have a lip brush anywhere? Hold on, let me try to find my lip brush. Should I have gotten this out ahead of time? Oh, yes, I do still have one. Ready? There's another gloss that I've had before. It was from Anastasia Beverly Hills. Reminds me a lot of this. I actually think it was one that I kept. Do you guys want me to try to find it? Wow, that's pretty. Bitch. Oh my God. I want more. I want more. Guys, I'm so classy. I can't even deal with myself. I hope you guys can see how pretty that is and how pretty that lipstick was on my teeth. It's got tiny, like, pink glitters in there. So good. This is the only downfall about a glossy red lip is that. Here, we'll do one of these. We'll see if that helps. So, what do we think? What do we think about the palette, the gloss, the lipstick? Beautiful. I think it's all beautiful. I'm kind of torn on the palette as far as like, would I recommend it? I think it's a decent price. I think the price could have been better, but at the end of the day, everything looks beautiful. Everything worked nicely. The only critique I would have is the shade here, and then the textures I don't love on these two metallics. This metallic, or I'm going to call it a shimmer. This shimmer is really beautiful. This eyeshadow, Sensual and Margarita, those are stunning, like stunner shades, no question. The mattes, I'm going to say the pressed pigments, this one and these two, even the yellow. I feel like these three and this one here, very tough formula, very like stereotypical pressed pigment type of shadow. But they fucking work, man. They fucking work. This is the finished look. I think that's everything, right? I think that's everything. Do you guys have any questions? The more that I'm wearing this lip, the more that I'm loving it. Oh, you look like an old Hollywood film star. I'm not mad about that. I love that for me. Yes, the lip definitely matches. I'm like, I need to get better about this. The lip definitely matches this eye perfectly. I wish that these metallics were a little bit more poppy. Does the Charlotte Tilbury medium bronzer compare to Marc Jacobs Fantastic? Almost identical. Oh shit. This is one thing we were going to do. I'll swatch that next to it after it. Hold on. This shade right here, I'm going to compare it to Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear. So let me swatch. I want to give it a good swatch because I'm trying to like blend them out next to each other because you guys know how much I love me some Makeup Geek, right? You know. I think the formula on, oh wow, they're way different. Way different. The Artist Couture is definitely more, look how different. Wow, I was close. Oh my God, how different. It's so much more red toned. Sensual, way more red toned than Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek. Wow. I don't know shit about makeup, clearly. Oh my God. I'm like shook at that. Because in the pan, they look so similar. That's going to be Cocoa Bear right there. They look so similar. Like that looks so red toned. Wow. Those are those two right there. Let me swatch. Hold on. I got to get my little towelette out. I'll give you a swatch of the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. I'm going to knock over everything in the meantime. Charlotte Tilbury versus, oh, Cheetah Bear. Did I say Cocoa Bear? Yeah, I meant Cheetah Bear. My bad. I'm still so used to the old name. Let me grab Marc Jacobs Tantastic. And then, if you guys have any questions in the meantime while I'm doing this. I just saw thumbs down is still feedback. Yep, it is. Thanks for the engagement. I don't, Heather, PT red lip or AC red lip? PT or AC? Oh, Patrick Todd red lip or Artist Couture? Swatch them next to each other. I think Patrick Todd's more matte. I don't know. I'd have to pair them side by side. I'll swatch them though. I know. I'm like, what's PT and AC? Oh my God, I'm an idiot. All right, let's go show you guys comparisons. Look how fucking similar those are. Even pan size. Pan size, very similar. Let's see 25 grams. Oh, wow. You actually get more in Marc Jacobs. You get 16 grams in Charlotte. Yep, 25 grams in Marc Jacobs. So now let's swatch. I can't believe I still haven't hit pan on this. Marc Jacobs. It looks like nothing. Yeah, like the Charlotte Tilbury is not it's not at all the same as her setting powder. Like anybody that says it is, I don't know what they're feeling. This does not feel the same. Like her setting powder feels like, look at how similar those are. I think there's a little bit more coolness with Marc Jacobs, but on the face, I don't think it's anything that you're going to notice. They're very similar. But yeah, anybody that says that the formula is the same as the setting powder, I don't think it is. I truly don't. At least both the shades that I've gotten, I don't feel that. Like even when I had the tan shade, I'm like, it feels way more, or not way more. It just feels more like texture feeling. Whereas when you swatch the setting powder, it's like butter. My bronzer does not feel like that. Yeah, it's definitely gonna get there, Heather. Or Heather, Karen. Oh my God. Look at it's all over my teeth. Yeah, like red lips, I usually don't do glosses on top, but I couldn't resist that. Let me pull out. Can you tell that I've been talking to you and Heather a lot, Karen? Oh my God. I'm sorry, Karen. Let's go in. This is Patrick Tosh. She's not from here. These shades I don't think are going to be similar. I think that she's not from here. I think this is more of what I was expecting from Artist Couture. I would greatly appreciate it if this stopped getting all over my fucking teeth though. That'd be wonderful. Yeah, same Ruby. I know. Oh, I love it. Okay, so we got Patrick Ta and Artist Couture. This is more of what I was expecting from Artist Couture. See how it's got like a little bit more like orangey tone. It's like an orangey red, whereas this is going to be way more red. But I'm not like mad about how it looks. But would I wear a gloss over this on a regular? No, because I mean, you guys have seen why. Because I'll get it all over my teeth. So I think that's going to be it for today's video. I hoped all this stuff was helpful. Hour and a half, that's not horrible. That's not terrible. I'm LOLing. I love it. So any other videos that you guys would want to see, let your girl know. I do notice Patrick Ta's does stain. I think his is more long lasting too. I think Patrick Ta's is than Artist Couture. But that is just the small experience that I've had because I've only worn his lips briefly, not for long periods of time. But seeing that it stains like that, I feel like it would appear more long lasting on the lips. Can you do a whole live of this versus that swatches? I could, but I feel like I would be all over the place. Like, I think I would have a hard time remembering, like, what shades I wanted to use because I've had that in just, like, comparing two palettes. I'm like, shit, what colors did I want to compare to each other? So, I mean, I could try it if there's, like, two palettes in particular. When are you going to do another live with Karen? The last one was so good. I mean, I think me and Karen are always open to go live together because we love each other. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm so impressed with these two shades right here. Do I think that these two shades are worth $30? By themselves, no. But if these are shadows, this is how I'm going to say it. If this is like a color story that calls to you, these are, no, these. I'm reversed again. These two shades are the standout of the palette. I think they're stunning. And those are the two shades on this side here. Letitia, that doesn't ever work for me. I'm horrible. We're always live on Marco Polo for realsies. Yeah, if you guys have any requests, always let me know. Like I need to make like a community tab post that's like a never ending thing of recommendations from like what you guys want to see or something like that. But then again, I'm just like, if I'm not in the mood to do it, I'm not going to do it. I think I would have to have like two palettes in mind. Like if you wanted like a this or that, I would say, okay, let me have this palette and this palette side by side and try to do that. But I feel like that never works because I'm always like, it makes me like, this shade makes me think of this palette. This shade makes me think of this palette. And that's where I'm just like, I won't remember. But I could try to be better. Like when I start filming again, that would be a type of video that I think I would do better filming wise. $30, you can get a whole Supreme Nudes for $40. Yeah, that was like a conversation we had at the beginning. Like I think $40 for Supreme Nudes is perfect. That is such a good palette that's worth every dollar of those $40. Whereas this one, I can't say the same. Like I don't think this palette is worth every dollar of $30. I would be happier if this was like $20. I think that's where I'm at. But do they work? Absolutely. They do. They do perform. They blend out really nicely. They're pigmented. The only shadow that, as far as the mattes go, that I had issue with was the yellow. It's not as vibrant. And then these two shimmers, I'm not insanely impressed with. But everything else I'm really impressed with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 shades of the 8 I'm really impressed with. And there you go. Karen, we did briefly, but I haven't seen it yet. So that's where I'm like, I don't know what to say about it because I don't know. So the 28th, so it's coming. Okay. So if this palette is coming to Sephora, like why weren't us as consumers told that this was launching at Sephora and Ulta? I'm not buying it. I'm bored with it already. I really don't like how the whole launch went down. And I especially don't really like how, like, why wouldn't you tell people it's going to be available at Ulta and Sephora? Oh, Jamie's got me covered. Thanks, girl. Wonder how much staining there will be when you remove the eyeshadow. I'll update, like I'll put a pinned comment probably later tonight and update like how, I don't think this side will stain. I think this side might, but when I wiped it off my hand, the only staining I have is from Patrick Todd. Julie, we're about to end right now. So if you guys did or did not like this video, I mean, I hope you guys did, but if you guys did, thumbs it up before you guys leave. Subscribe if you like live streams because that's all that we're doing on this channel. And that's it for me. I think the next, I don't know when I'll be live again. Just keep an eye on my Twitter, my community page. that's when I'll update you guys. It'll probably be when I get like a new product, like when I get my Nabla order or my Scott Barnes order. I did also just get, let me address this really quick because I'm really excited about this. I want to film this though. So I just got all the Propa Beauty lipsticks. I posted swatches, not lip swatches. I posted hand swatches on my Instagram. Guys, these are $12 and they're so fucking good. They're so fucking good. They're the Propa Beauty lipsticks. I'll link them after, but I've linked them in so many videos. I do have an affiliate code with them. It's Britches15. These are so fucking good. And I wanted to say, let me put this down first. I wanted to say thank you to everybody that's used my code because that's why I was able to buy the rest of those. So what I earned in commission, I just turned around and repurchased like the rest of the line because I do want to dedicate a video to these because they're beautiful. Again, if you order these and it's hot as balls where you are, put them in the fridge when you get them. And another thing, like make sure before you like scroll them all the way up, make sure, because they are soft, make sure the bullet is straight because there's a couple of them I just like went to town and opened them and I have like a line going up the side of it because it caught onto the side of the packaging. But these are stunning lipsticks. Highly recommend them. If you haven't checked them out yet, I don't know what the fuck you're doing because I've talked about them so many damn times. Lord, I want lip swatches on all of them, please. Would you guys want that in a live stream format? Because I can do that like soonish if you guys want it live. I felt like filming it would be better. It's just I can't get to it yet. But you guys let me know what you guys think. BK Beauty brushes just had a restock. I'm thinking of getting some. They're so good. Highly recommend. So freaking good. I still have to do my brush, like my brush recommendations videos. I'm waiting on Sydney Grace, Midas, and Chantecaille. Yes, we love that. Let's see. Karen and I just placed an order for some. I got her Magic Finesse and Profits. Profits thanks to Karen wearing it the other day. Stunning. They're seriously all so good. Like me personally, I probably won't wear the darker shades. But you never know. Like, I haven't tried them on my lips yet. I just look at I don't know. I'm so excited to have all these. So I wanted to say thank you to you guys. Like, anybody that's used my code, that's why I was able to buy the rest of those because I fucking love them. Oh, no, they'll be fine. There's only, what, 12 of them? I think we'll be good. Julie, thanks, girl. It never ends. Damn, everybody coming for me. Oh, it's because I just smile too much, okay? But you can use Ofra times Jen to lighten them. Exactly. I'm also waiting for my Cleona. Here's the thing, though, with the... I got to take this off because it's getting all over my teeth the more that I'm talking. With the Ofra and Jen, it'll change the formula. That's the only downfall. Like for me, it definitely changed the formula when I put it with other types. And that's my favorite thing about the Propa lipsticks is the formula. Look, I'm even putting it on my teeth to get it off. Boom. Let's put on that lip gloss again because that was so pretty. Oh my God. That's so pretty. Love that. Yeah. A real friend will tell you. Preach. All right. That's going to be it for me for today's video. Thank you guys again for all using my code. If you guys purchase from Propa Beauty, I highly recommend those. But yeah, I don't know when I'll be back. Stay tuned, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.